Greetings, fellow K10s. It's Mr. Joy here, and welcome to Back to Basics. So, look, basically, what we are doing today, we are going to be looking at our trigonometry, right? So, we are going to be trying and understanding what is trigonometry, right? And we are going to be basically doing this through through the past paper of November 2018. Are we together? So, basically, that is going to be the paper that we'll be using in trying to remind ourselves when it comes to trigonometry, right? Now, look, they say now in the diagram below, triangle QPR is a right angled triangle with your QPR being 90 degrees, right? So basically, that's what we are being told. Now, what else we are being told? We are told that now this is going to be the sketch, right? Now, they say use the sketch to determine the ratio of tan of -9, right? Now, basically, what is going to be that? Look, so now they want us to determine what is going to be the tan of 90 degrees subtract r. So what is going to be that? Now your tan, remember what is tan? And now basically your tan is going to be which one? Now, tan, remember that when you are doing your trigonometric ratios, right? Remember we use our mnemonic, which is going to be SOHCAHTOA, right? It's SOHCAHTOA, right? And which means now, in this case, the relation of tan, it is what? It is opposite and also adjacent from this particular angle, right? So which means now for your 3.1, 3.1.1. Now the ratio for tan, we are looking for tan of 90 degrees subtract your r. What is going to be 90 degrees subtract your r? Now 90 degrees subtract your r, basically that is going to be an angle, right? And 90 degrees subtraction r, remember this is angle r and this is 90 degrees here, right? So which means now the angle that is 90 degrees subtract r, which means it's going to be basically this particular angle. And why are we saying so? Remember that within a triangle, some of angles within a triangle, they add up to 180 degrees, right? So let me just reduce this for you so that you can see. You know that some of angles within a triangle, they add up to 180 degrees, right? So which means now your angle P plus your angle R and your angle Q are going to give you what? Are going to give you 180 degrees. But now, if you are looking for this particular angle, right? So this particular angle here, it's going to be same as these 90 degrees and your angle R, right? It's going to be that particular thing, which means it's going to be same as, remember, if let's say you are looking for angle Q, your angle Q is going to be close to what? It is going to be 180 degrees, subtract 90 degrees, subtract your R, right? It's going to be subtract your R because it's going to be this particular angle and also this particular angle, right? So that is going to be that. And when you're doing that, you see that this is going to give you 90 degrees subtract what? This is going to be 90 degrees subtract R indeed. So yes, your angle Q is the one that is referred to as 90 degrees subtract R. And therefore, what is going to be the ratio for this particular angle? Therefore, the ratio, if you are here, what is going to be your opposite? Remember, this represents your opposite and this represents your adjacent, right? Now, the opposite that you are going to have firstly here, can you see that if you are at this particular angle, this angle is going to be opposite to this particular angle, and this is going to be your what? This is going to be your adjacent, right? So which means basically here it's going to be same as PR over your what? Over your QP altogether. So basically that is going to be that particular trigonometric ratio, right? Hopefully now this makes sense to you. Now let's move swiftly along. Now they say they want you to write down what is going to be the trigonometric ratio that is equals to QR and QP, right? Now what is going to be the one that is equals to QR and QP? Look now, let's find out what is QR and QP. Now let's make this one, right? So if you are saying your QR and QP, what is going to be your QR? Your QR is this one, right? This is going to be QR, which is this hypotenuse side, and your QP is going to be what? Your QP is going to be this particular angle, right? It's going to be this particular side. So basically, we are referring to this particular side and this particular side. Now, which ratio can give you both of these particular thing, right? Now, the ratio that can give you that, let's start here. Now, let's say we are using our Q, right? Now, if you are using this angle Q here, what is going to be the relation of this particular angle? The relation of this particular angle here, this one is going to be same as what? This is going to be same as your your what? Your adjacent, and this is going to be same as your what? As your hypotenuse side, right? Altogether. So which means, for example, if let's say I say this your QP your QR over your QP basically is going to be same as what? Now remember this one, remember, because you are saying this is going to be the adjacent and this is going to be what? The hypotenuse. You are saying you're going to use the cos, right? But now if you are using your cos, let's start here. Your cos of R, your cos of Q, rather, not R, your cos of Q is going to give you what? It is going to give you your Q, what? Your QP. Remember your cos is adjacent. It's going to be your QP over your what? Over your what? Over your QR altogether. But now, can you see that what you are looking for? You are looking for QR and also what? Over your QP, right? Which means now, which trigonometric ratio is going to give you that? Remember, cos of your Q can still be written in terms of what? In terms of sec, right? Now, look at this. Now, remember, this is can still be written in terms of 1 over your what? Your what? 1 over your sec, right? This is going to be same as 1 over your sec, which is going to be same as what? Which is going to be same as your Q, P over your what? Over your QR. And now that you are here, right? Which means now if you take this one to your numerator, you are going to also swap this and take this one to your numerator and this one to your denominator, which means therefore your sec of what? Your sec of Q is going to be indeed equals to what? Your QR over your what? Over your QP. Out again. Now, hopefully this makes sense to you, and now you are in a position to understand what is required of us in there, right? Now, I want us to move swiftly along and see in terms of what else can we do in this particular question, right? Now, let's move. So now the next question that we are having here, you are having this question 3.2, right? Now, this is the question that you are having now. In here, what is it that you are given? So now from here, what you are given is you are given that you are having S, right? S, which is going to be what? S, which is going to be same as -3 and -4, right? And now is in your Cartesian plane, which is going to be given by what? By OS. Now, they say without the use of a calculator, they want you to calculate your length OS, right? Now, for you to calculate the length of OS, the first thing that you're going to do is you are going to start by plotting this and connecting this line, right? Creating your triangle, right? You're going to join now this S with this particular line, right? So that you can create your triangle. And now that you're having your triangle, remember that your point S is given by what? Is given in terms of X and also your Y. So what does this basically means? So which means this your -3, basically it is a point starting from here up until here. This is going to be your -3, right? And your -4, basically it's from here up until here, which is going to be what? Which is going to be your -4. And now, can you see that this is your right angled triangle, right? So since this is your right angled triangle, what is going to be this one? Now you're going to apply the theorem of Pythagoras so that you can solve this particular question, right? So how can you do so? Now remember your theorem of Pythagoras, you're going to say, look, your OS squared is going to be given by what? It is going to be given by your -3 squared plus your what? Plus your -4 squared, right? Remember, you provide salutation, you write that this is pi, right? This is going to be pi. I want to get your pi theorem, right? Then now what is going to be your OS? So your OS is therefore going to be given by what? It is going to be given by 9 plus what? Plus 16. And what is going to be there? That is going to be your what? Your root of 25. And what is root of 25? It's going to be what? It is going to be your plus minus 5. But now, because this is a hypotenuse side, we are only going to take the +5. Right? So basically that is going to be that, which means now your OS is given by what? It is given by 5. Now let's move swiftly along. Now they want you to find out what is the value of your sec plus your what? Your sine of theta. Look, now for you to do this particular question, you are going to start here. You are going to say what is going to be your what? Your sec of theta. Remember, your theta is right, it is an angle up until here, right? So now, and if you are considering this particular angle, what is going to be your theta, right? Now your sec, what is sec? Firstly, you need to know that your sec is given by what? Your sec is given by 1 over what? 1 over cos, right? So which means if you start here, this is 3.2 point what? 0.2. So this is going to be same as your sec of theta plus your sine square of theta, right? Now you're going to say, what is your sec? Firstly, your sec is 1 over what? 1 over your cos of theta plus sine what? Sine squared theta. And now you are going to look for the trigonometric ratios of cos. Now, if this is your theta is here. Now, what is going to be your cos? Remember, your cos is given by what? Your cos is given by what? Remember, it's so, it's it's taller, right? So which means now your cos is given by adjacent and also what? And also your hypotenuse. So which means this is going to be 1 over what is going to be that particular adjacent one, right? The adjacent one is just the side that is next to the angle. So this is going to be same as your -3. So this is going to be same as your -3 over your what? And then this is going to be your hypotenuse side, which is over your 5, plus what is going to be your now your sine of square theta, right? Now sine, remember, sine is given by what? By opposite over your what? Over your hypotenuse side. Now the opposite side to this particular angle is going to be same as what? It's going to be your negative, right? So this is going to be same as your -4 over what? Over your 5. And all of this is going to be squared. And now when you're doing that, now what is 1 over this? Now you can just simply reciprocate this. When you're doing the reciprocal of this is going to be same as what? This is same as 5 over what? 5 over 3, right? -5 over 3 when you're changing this 1 over something, right? Now this is going to be plus. Now what is going to be this one? When you say -4 squared, what is -4? This is going to be same as your 16 over what? This is same as 16 over your 25, because 5 squared is same as your what? As your 25. And now, what is it that you are going to now have in here? Right? Now we are going to say now what is going to be 5 over 3 plus 16 over what? Over your 25. Now, if you are doing like that, remember they said without the use of a calculator. So if you are not using your calculator, you are going to start by looking firstly what is going to be your LCD for both of these, right? Now this is going to be your LCD that you're going to find here. It's going to be 75, right? Now if you can look if you can use this your your you can find your lowest common multiples, you'll realize that the LCD for this is going to be what? Is going to be your 75, which means now for you to have 75 here, what is it that you're going to do? You are going to say, look, remember now, when you say 3 multiplied by 25, it gives you 75. When you say now 25 multiplied by 3, it's also going to give you 75, right? So which means that is going to be your LCD. Now you're going to say, look, my LCD is going to be 75. Therefore, now for me to have the LCD of 75, what is it that I am supposed to do? You multiply by 25 here, you multiply by 25 in here, right? When you say 25 multiplied by 5, what is the answer that you're getting? When you say now you're 25, when you say 25 multiplied by 5, the answer that you're getting is 1. It's going to be same as your 125, right? This is going to be same as 125. And what else now are you going to have? Remember, this is going to be same as -125. And now when you say now, this is same as what? Multiplied by 3 here. And this is same as multiplied by 3 in your numerator, right? And now when you're doing that, this is going to be same as when you say 16 multiplied by 3, what is it that you're going to have? This is going to be same as 48. This is going to be same as plus your 48. Now, which means when you say -25 and -125, Now what is going to be that the answer that you're going to get is negative 77. So which means the answer is going to be negative 77 over what? Over 75. Are we together? So basically now that is going to be the answer that you're going to find without using your calculator. Are we together? Now that is going to be the first one. Now let's move swiftly along and find out what is going to be now the last question that you are given in there, right? Let's see. Now, so from here, let's see in terms of what is it that you can have. Hopefully, so far you are in a position to understand what is required of us. Let's see. Now, the next question is they want you to do what? They want you to find out now the value of to determine the value of cosec 45, sine 90, and tan of what? And tan of 60. Look, now let's start here. Cosec, they want you to find out what is cosec of 45 degrees over what? Over sine of 90 degrees multiplied by what? Multiplied by your tan of what? Of 60 degrees. Now, so we are going to firstly start by doing this. Now, what is going to be cosec? Cosec is same as 1 over sine, which means now the first thing, this is going to be same as 1 over sine of what? Sine of 45 degrees. Then you divide this by what? Divide this by sine of 90 degrees. Multiply by what? Multiply by tan of 60 degrees, right? So that is going to be the first one. The second thing that you're going to do now, this is 1 over sine of 45 degrees. After that, what is sine of 45 degrees? Now, sine of 45 degrees, you know that this is going to give you what? If you are looking for sine of 45 degrees, remember 45 degrees is a special angle. So this is going to give you root 2 over 2, right? So this is same as 1 over your root 2 over your 2. Then you divide this by what? You are dividing this by sine of 90. What is sine of 90? You know that your sine of 90, you are always going to be given by 1, right? So this is going to be same as 1. And then multiply by what is tan? Tan of 60. Your tan of 60 is always going to be same as what? It's same as your root 3. What you get? So now that is going to be that. And now what is it that you can do? Now remember, because you are dividing, you can simply do it this way, right? Now, firstly, you can change your numerator. What is going to be the numerator? You can change the numerator by simply swapping the 2 and the root 2 so that you remove the 1, right? So which means what you are going to have here, you are going to have 2 firstly. Let me just write it in here. You are going to have 2 over root 2, right? As your numerator. Remember, 1 over root 2 over 2 can still be written as 2 over root 2. Now, remember, because this is a division sign, this is division, right? This means division. You can still change this to multiplication, right? So you can still change this to multiplication. But now, when you're changing this to multiplication, what is going to be this? Now, instead of this being this is going to be same as what? This is going to be same as divide by what? Now, this is same as 1 over your what? Your root 3. Why are we saying this is root 3? Remember, 1 multiplied by root 3 is going to be that, right? So we are saying you started by saying this was 2 over root 2, over root 2, divide by what? Divide by root 3. And when you're changing now the division sign here, which is this one, it's going to be what? It's going to be same as multiplication. Now, when you cross multiply in here, what is it that you're going to have when you cross multiply? Let's see. So when you're cross multiplying here, this is going to be same as 2 multiplied by 1, which is same as your 2 over your root 2 multiplied by your root 3. What is the answer that you're going to get? This is going to be same as your root 6. Okay. So basically, this is how you are going to solve this particular question. Now, hopefully this makes sense to you. Thank you very much.